Hey, what's going on? It's Joey from the Hitting Performance Lab. Alright, Mr. Eli, let's take a look at your swing. So we got lefty-lefty. Hey, a little bit better, more clear picture, I think, because the sun was at our backs here. So let's take a look at your swing in slow motion, just like we did with your brothers. Alright, this is one of your better swings here. Now, one thing that I noticed while I was looking at this before I did the film, or actually did the record for the analysis here, was Papa was right. You got a pretty good swing for your age, man. And a lot of times, unfortunately for your brothers, your right-handed swinging brothers, the lefties tend to have a much better, more fluid swing for some reason. I don't know what it is. It could be just the fact too that you throw right-handed, so that front arm's pulling a little bit. I don't know. Just for some reason, lefties have a much more sweet swing. Let's take a look at a couple more. They look pretty good. We have a couple setup things that I want to see if we can change a little bit. Just easy fixes. Alright, so let's pause it and go over it in slow-mo. Now the first thing I want to make sure we're doing is, with our stance, it looks like our front foot is way up on the plate, like we're really crowding the plate. So I want you to work that three-step foundational deal that we talked about. So making sure that we step the back foot in first, and the big thing here is our toes are pointing out. See the lines that are not parallel? I want to make sure that your feet are parallel to each other, or your toes pointing straight where the camera is. We've got to make sure of that so that we can get clearance with the hip later in the swing. So making sure that we're stepping the back foot in straight towards the plate, gathering our information, whether if we're getting signs from the coach or anything like that. Okay, looking at our fielders. Second step being taking the bat. Let me erase these down here. Taking the bat, placing on the knob on the mid thigh, into the bat on the inside part of the plate, making sure we're not too close to the plate. Alright, so in this instance we could have backed off a little bit. And the last step being our grip and our hand position, hand position looks pretty good, and grip, I know we talked about it. Just making sure you get into the habit of trying to shove that handle right into the base of the fingers and where the meat of the hand meet. But other than that, looks good, man. Just a couple setup foundational stuff we'll clean up in our next meeting. Now let's take a look at our vision, which would be the next thing. So when that front heel touches down, I'm going to draw an oval around your head, or a circle, and we're going to see how well you keep that head nice and still. Beautiful. Look at that. Good work, Mr. Eli. And the nose is behind the barrel, like we talked about. Let's see how long you keep that nose behind the barrel. Actually, not bad, man. You picked those eyes up right at the end there. Looks pretty good. There's a reason why you're probably hitting the ball pretty well in a consistent clip. You're not probably missing too many balls, because those eyes and your vision is very, very good. Hey, of all three of your brothers, yours is probably the best. Looks good. You pick your eyes up at the end there. Not bad. Good job, Eli. So let's erase all the vision stuff, so that we won't have to work on. But we'll work on getting your setup. I'm just going to keep hammering home our setup and making sure that we're in a good position at the start. But your vision looks good. Let's take a look at your footwork, which is maybe what we'll talk about on Saturday. But all I see is we're not getting a lot of forward momentum, so we're just kind of picking that foot up and putting it down. And we're getting, what we'll find out in a second, is our spine, which is that bone, and goes straight down the middle of your back, and our shoulder angle actually goes opposite way. It actually goes up. We need it to go down. So like I said in your other brothers' videos, I want to make sure that you don't do any of the stuff that we're going to talk about from here on out. Okay, vision's good. Your foundation is what I want you to work on, along with your corrective exercises. Don't start doing the stuff that we're going to talk about here in a minute, because I want to be there with you, and I want to make sure you do it right. If you do it wrong, when we get a wrong motor pattern, then it takes 3,000 repetitions to unwind a bad habit. So I just want to make sure that you're doing it right first, so don't go and start doing this stuff. I'm just going to talk about it, just telling you where we're going to move your swing from here. So we're seeing a little bit of an up shoulder angle, from level, and then we kind of go up. So we'll get you more of a down angle, put you in a little bit more of an athletic fighting position when we get to the ball. And then as we go into our turn, okay, hip movement looks okay. We're getting more of a squish the bug type motion back here. But what we're going to get you is that we're going to use this front foot as a gas pedal. So we're going to get this foot to move out here a little bit more, and we're going to get this back foot to skip like a rock across the pond. This is the brake pedal back here. So we're going to take our foot off the brake, and we're going to actually see you're going to have a fun year this next year. If you put the practice in, you put the work in, and get this down, this can take you just a few weeks, Eli. It's going to take you probably sooner than your brothers, because they're a little older, to get some of this stuff if you work on it. You guys keep each other accountable, and it's gonna work. From what I hear, your dad was saying about your exercises, you guys are all keeping each other accountable. It's a good thing. So you're gonna keep each other accountable for your drills that you're gonna have every week, along with your correct exercises. But footwork we're gonna work on. But other than that, I mean, that looks good. Your lower half, your torso and your lower half look not too bad. Your upper half, good finish. Okay, we're not loading like we can. We're not using our shoulders, our shoulder angle and that like we can. But we are arm barring a little bit. You can see here your arms stretching out. Okay, which is pretty common for your age because you guys swing light bats. And that back elbow tends to race past the hand. So we see those elbows try and push together right there. See how they're kind of closing in on each other? Okay, we want to have some nice room between the elbows when we go into our swing. But other than that, Eli, it looks good, man. It looks smooth. You're not, yeah. The one thing is funny is when you're younger, you're not really tensing muscles that you need to tense, like your brothers, Miles and Ty. Those guys are tensing their shoulders and different muscles because they're older. They're doing more movements than you are, doing more sports and different things like that. You're going to be coming around in that. But I think a lot of the reason why, especially lefties, tend to look sweeter is like you're not really tensing up any neck muscles, or you're not shrugging or anything like that, like some of your brothers are. And it looks good, man. I like it. We just got a few cleanup things, and you're going to have fun this next year. You're going to be a man among boys against the guys you're going to be playing with and against, whereas your older brothers are going to be playing better competition, so they're going to do well too, but you're just going to be a man among boys. But keep up the hard work, man. Don't let the boys beat you up too much, and I'll see you next time.